Hey, what's up everybody? I'm just out here in Quartzite, Arizona, making a quick video of the Scadden house, which is right outside of town. And I'm on Pipeline Road right now. This is where I'm camped out. If you look, this is actually a very nice place if you're looking to camp, because it takes you a long ways near Kofa and all kinds of cool stuff. So I wanted to check out the Scadden house, which is an old mining shack from way back in the day. It's way up in the hills and it's kind of hard to get to. And I also wanted to check out this little spot where the Native Americans had these grinding holes, and there was some petroglyphs there too. So I just wanted to make a quick little video of that, and hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the next stop on my journey through Quartzite is the old Scadden house. This is just an old miner shack from what I understand, because this is at the end of a road. Right back here is like, there's just surrounded by mountains the entire way. I don't even think there's a road out of here other than the road I came in, which is way down there. And you can kind of see Quartzite like way over that way. So I just thought this isn't too bad if you got like four-wheel drive, because this road's really rugged and gnarly, to say the least. You got to go through a lot of big washes just to check out this old house. It seems like they really took a little time to make all this. Seems like there's all kinds of quartz and stacked stones. There's lots of, I don't know, a lot of history here. I don't know how old. There's no information on this place at all. But I just thought this was worth the walk around to see what there is to see out in the middle of nowhere in Quartzite. It's surrounded by federal mining claims. There's all kinds of evidence of people shooting their guns off at random things, cactuses mainly. Look at this sad cactus somebody just shot up. But there's lots of cactuses out there, and it offers birds and wildlife. Birds live inside those holes anyways, inside of some of those. So I just figured, why not ride up here? It's not too windy. Hopefully it's not too windy for the camera. I'm gonna try and get a little microphone cover or something, because the wind really affects my video quality sometimes. So okay, so here I am inside this little tiny shack. I don't know, it's really not much left, really. It's just the walls and a couple of windows that are actually hanging on in there. Can't believe. Look at the quality of this window here. Really interesting. Somebody came up here and spent quite a bit of time doing all this. So I thought that was kind of neat and worth a stop, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, how often do you get to see this little busted shack out in the middle of nowhere? They got these little tiny doors. Look at how tiny. This door is probably like maybe 30 inches across, maybe 28 or less. But I figured, why not stop and just smell the fresh roses. Well, not even roses. There's no roses in the desert. But there are a whole bunch of these little purple flowers and these little yellow flowers. You see tons of these things. These things must be super durable if they can stand up to all this wind. So there's just a wealth of flowers and all kinds of cool stuff to see out in the middle of nowhere. There's all kinds of birds flying around. And I just wanted to check this place out for myself, because I thought this was a cool little stop on my trip through Quartzite. So I'm gonna keep heading down the road and see what else I can find, because there's tons and tons of just old stuff everywhere out here. When you're out in the desert like this, you never know what you're gonna find. I mean, some people drive like a camper, like a one-way stop camper. Like this thing's just going out to the end of the road and it's never gonna come back into town, kind of thing. So you see a lot of that kind of stuff going on. You see like old vehicles that just shouldn't even be out here in the first place, completely stranded from years ago. So you run across a lot of that. And yeah, I don't know, I just thought this was a cool little stop. So here's my short little 4-minute video of the Scadden house in Quartzite, Arizona. Hey, what's up guys? I'm out here on a windy day in Quartzite, Arizona. And I was just checking out some of these. This is a location where petroglyphs and where like Indians used to live way back in the day. And you can see these these are just gigantic creosote bushes that just totally bloomed out. And you don't often see flowers on them all the time like that, but that is just something to behold. So as I'm walking up this little canyon here, you can see that there's definitely some petroglyphs here. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It kind of, gosh, I don't know. It almost looks like a turtle or something. I don't know. It could be anything. These things there's so many different types of these, and a lot of people don't even know what some of these still mean, so to this day. But I just thought it was a cool place to look around, and here's one of these little, this is a grinding hole where they used to grind all their grain. So every once in a while you'll see one of these things. They hewed it out of rock, and that's how they crushed all their screw beans and or whatever they were growing out here, and they mashed it down and made it into food. So that was really neat. And as I'm walking around here, it's a beautiful day. And they got this little mine right around the corner here. This is really neat too. I haven't been in here yet, but it doesn't look like it's very deep. Got a couple of insects flying around. Hopefully there's no bats down here. And it stops back there. So it doesn't go very deep. This one's not too deep. This goes back. It's another exploratory one just to see if there's anything in here. And they were probably just looking for quartz. So I'm just gonna keep walking around here and see if there's any other, oh, there is. There are a couple more petroglyphs right up there. I bet you can get a better view around the corner. Yeah, there's so many flowers budding right now. There's a whole bunch of these little tiny, I don't know if that's baby's breath, some kind of like desert flower, that's for sure. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of them up there too. You can see that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't see those all the time. So I thought that was worth the visit, that is for sure, because I don't see petroglyphs every day. And who does, really? They're only in a certain area. Okay, yeah, there are more petroglyphs around the corner here. So I'm walking around this corner here, and these petroglyphs keep on going. I'm gonna walk way over this way. Boy, there's some big rocks. Just in the middle of this big wash. That's pretty typical too. You get a ton of water flying through here and it just washes everything out. So this is like, okay. Here's a little close-up of more petroglyphs all over the side of this mountain. Yeah, that's definitely neat. They're all over the place, up high, down low. But that is cool. Those are the things I like looking for. And then there's a little bit of water down here too. They did get a little bit of rain last night. I don't see anything down this way anymore, but there's a lot of them all over the place. And I think they made that with I think they crushed like white stone and then made like an adhesive or something like that. I think that's how the story goes, but that's like painted on with like crushed rock or something like that. But either way, that is pretty sweet. It has lasted the test of time. Who knows how old that is? That could be 500 years old, 1,000 years old, who knows? Could be older than that. I just wanted to make a quick video of this as I'm heading down the trails and making all the stops in Quartzite. I'll be back. So as you're driving around, you might see a huge peace sign also. Like people just make things out of rock. And it's just a gigantic peace sign. It's probably got to be like 40 feet across. I just thought that was worth the stop because this thing is really, somebody put some serious time into this thing. And I thought, why not stop and check out some of these cool places like this? So it seems like there's lots of people still camping out here. There's a lot of open spots, so There's lots of parking if you are still interested in coming out to Quartzite, because there's tons of places where you can still park. So I'm gonna keep heading down the road and try and look for other cool places, kind of like this sweet peace sign. All right, now I'm at Quartzite Mine number 2, and I just kind of got here. There's like a whole bunch of stuff laying around all over the place. I'm kind of assuming this is like for conveyor belt lines to transport rock, I guess, down off of the mountains. So I thought it was just a nice day to go for a walk and check out some old mine. Sometimes you see all kinds of big bugs out here. I don't even know what these bugs are, but they're about a little over an inch long. Here's another one. They're all over the place out here. But this is a really rural town, and they got all the things you would possibly need. They got good prices. They have good prices on groceries. Their gas isn't too expensive. I mean, they got, like, for your camping needs, they got all kinds of just your water stations, their dump stations all over town. What else? I don't know. It really just meets most of my needs because, you know, as long as you don't have to buy clothes or anything like that, or, you know, they do have auto zones and all kinds of stuff so you can repair your vehicles if things go south. So, but yeah, it's very scenic. You're not far away from Kofa National Wildlife, and the Yuma Test Range actually isn't far away from here either. All right, so as I'm walking up here, there's all kinds of like roads going off everywhere. Some of these are really steep, so that's like almost a 45-degree angle on some of this. But I just thought may as well kind of walk up some of this area, trying to hold the camera as steady as I can. And check out this old mine. They got like big water tanks here. And this is a really good view of Quartzite here, because this is like, that's Highway 40 over there, and there's tons of people camping all over way out there. This is that 14-day camp area, so you can like pop a squat anywhere you want. So this is a pretty cool mine. This was only in service from World War II till about the mid-60s. And this is kind of the top of it. It's just a big bin. Then it gets transferred, closing down to that crusher over there, and there's all kinds of just flat spots. Who knows what was sitting here? Maybe like an old office, or I don't know, something. But it's definitely a pretty cool view, that's for sure. I can't beat this. Go up a little higher here too. All right. There we go. Now this is a good view. This is a good vantage point. Got this concrete pad up here. All right. Here we are. This is the top. This is a really good view. So that's kind of looking north. Highway 40 is over there. And then you got tons of people just camping everywhere. More so out there. This is totally dispersed camping, but it goes way far away. So there are a lot of people just camping out in the middle of nowhere. So there's a lot of people just camping out in the middle of nowhere. And then this is like, here's the mining district kind of over this way. So I thought that was pretty cool, definitely. So I thought this was definitely worth a stop. There's a lot of history here, and there's another one too, the mine number 1. That's way, see that little, there's a little something sticking out over there. So I don't know, there's so many mines around here, I can't stop and see them all, but I just want to get like some of the highlights of places to check out if you got a little 4-wheel drive action or something like that going on, because you can see all kinds of stuff. And then you got the French Creek right here too. This is like a really sandy creek that like sometimes it gets like super soft. It's like really tiny light rock, and you can really sink into some of this stuff. So it's not the best to try and cross on a KLR when you got like a 800, 900 pounds on your motorcycle tires, but it's doable. I'm gonna head back down the mountain and check out what else is going on. in Quartzite, Arizona. One thing they don't have is like a Walmart. So if you're gonna come to Quartzite for an extended stay, try and go and get everything you would possibly need, because their shopping district in this area isn't the strongest. But they do have great prices on like groceries and gas. Yeah, it's just a great little area. It's nice and calm. It's always very quiet when I'm out here camping. This is why I love this area, because everybody else is camping. I mean, gosh, there's got to be at least another, I don't even know how many people are camping out here still. I don't know. Some of them probably never leave. It's just thousands and thousands of campers out here. So it's just a cool place to visit and a nice place to get away and meet like-minded camper folks, just like you and me. All right, I'm gonna head down the road to another cool location. There's a lot of really nice places just to check out. There's petroglyphs, there's little stone monuments all over the place. There's mining claims you can check out. Like, it's just endless. You can just go on and on forever about Quartzite. So, okay, I'm gonna keep on heading down the mountain and head down the road to the next cool stop. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's just interesting to see some of the stuff you see when you're out in the desert. Kind of like some of these natural cloud formations that you see in the background. Gosh, it's so natural. All right. Well, anyways, you guys keep having a great day. I'm going to start editing some videos, some shorter videos, but more frequently. So, because I make it out to some of the coolest places almost regularly every day. So I don't want to like bog myself down with editing, but I can show you shorter snippets of some cool little places out in the middle of nowhere. All right, you guys keep having a great day. Like and subscribe and share or whatever you guys do. All right, keep having a great day. All right, thank you.